Shanti. Now rub your palms. Put those palms on your facial muscles. Feel the warmth and open your eyes with a smile. Okay. So tell me till where we have reached yesterday. Are you guys there?
Yes, ma'am. Knee joint. Complete.
Very good. So which bones are articulating knee joint?
Tibia, fibula, and
Mhm.
femur and tibia. Sorry,
Is that all?
femur and tibia.
I think still something
Patel,
remaining.
the
Patella.
kneecap.
Yeah.
It's patella, ma'am. Patella is also.
Yeah, that's very important bone. And it's very unique in our body. You should not forget this. Without patella, your knee is incomplete. So we will proceed today. Uh, I'm sharing my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we will learn about intervertebral space. Intervertebral space means the space between two vertebra. Means, just tell me, our vertebral column is made up of how many vertebrae?
26.
26. So, how many intervertebral space can be found in between these vertebrae?
25 probably.
Just think a bit critically.
Because there are 25, the first and the last might not have a vertebrae. The what do I say?
Space.
Space. Yeah.
But the thing is, the last vertebrae are fused. So, do they have any space in between?
They might not have any space, ma'am. Yeah.
Obviously, they are fused.
Mm. So
Okay.
that's why the count is only 26, right, ma'am? For the 26, we didn't add all the sacral and the coccyx part, right? We just considered it as one and one.
Yeah, but you have excluded only first and last. But two vertebrae are fused. Are you getting it? You have excluded only first C1 and the last one, the coccyx one. But the sacrum is also fused.
Yeah, sacrum also. I'm talking about even the sacrum. Sacrum has, yeah.
Let's understand. So, vertebrae separated by intervertebral discs means in between two vertebra, intervertebral discs are present. And the structure of intervertebral disc will also understand. So, between each vertebral body, a cushion or fibrocartilage called an intervertebral disc. Means intervertebral disc is a cushion-like structure. It is made up of fibrocartilage. They are thinnest in the cervical region and become progressively thicker towards the lumbar region as spinal loading increases. Means these intervertebral discs are thinner in as compared to the lower portion of vertebral column. in cervical area, these intervertebral discs are thinner. Obviously, because in cervical region there is not a much weight to bear. It's only our head. But as it goes down, the weight bearing increases. So the thickness also increases. Thickness of intervertebral disc increases according to the uh, weight bearing structure. So intervertebral disc is important in normal functioning of vertebral column. Obviously, posterior longitudinal ligament is vertebral canal, helps to keep them in place. Now, posterior longitudinal ligament, you can see here it is level. These blue colored lining just beside the body of vertebral uh, mm, beside the vertebra. This lining is posterior longitudinal cartilage. You can see here this blue colored lining of intervertebral disc. Sorry, the vertebral of one vertebra is posterior longitudinal cartilage. Now, what this do? This is a ligament in vertebral canal, and what it is for? It helps to keep them in place. Means it it uh, it it makes a frame for for vertebrae to to these cartilage make a frame to be there, to not dislocate from that position. So this posterior longitudinal ligament is is a fibrocartilageous ligament too, and it helps to make them means to make vertebrae in their place only, not to dislocate them from their place. So they form a structure or a covering of vertebral body. So this is their main work, to make their own place or to support these vertebra to be their place only. Now, there are
Ma'am, can
20.
you follow up a little bit on the previous slide?
Yeah. Is there any problem?
No, ma'am. I was trying to make some notes. Yeah, you can go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. Now, there are 23 discs in human spine. 6 in cervical region, obviously, because before C-10 there would be no disc. From so 6 in cervical region, 12 in thoracic region, and 5 in lumbar region. Okay, is it clear now? 23 discs are there in our vertebral column, because after lumbar region there is no intervertebral disc because they are fused. After lumbar region, sacrum and coccyx both are fused bones. So in between them, no intervertebral disc or no intervertebral space is present. They already fused. So they don't make any space in between them, and there are no intervertebral discs present in between them. So total 23 discs are present in human spine, 6 in cervical region, 12 in thoracic region, 5 in lumbar region. Now, intervertebral disc consists of three components. The inner nucleus pulposus means, as we studied in cell, in the middle of cell we have studied a nucleus. Like that structure, we can see here a bit similar structure. We can see nucleus pulposus in the middle of intervertebral disc. You can see here, it is clearly shown in this picture. This dark blue colored is nucleus pulposus in the middle of intervertebral disc, and the surrounding fibrous cartilage is annulus fibrosus. The name of this fibrocartilage is annulus fibrosus. Is it clear now? The structure of intervertebral disc. So, intervertebral disc is consisting of three things: nucleus pulposus, annulus fibrosus, and cartilaginous end plate. What are cartilaginous end plate? Cartilaginous end plate are the, we can say these are the covering, not the covering, means intervertebral disc is present in between two vertebra, and these two vertebra are consisting, means on the top and on the bottom of this disc a cartilage is present. Means you can see here two vertebra, between these two vertebra intervertebral space, and in that intervertebral space intervertebral disc is represented by baby blue color. Now, this intervertebral disc is having a bit thickness, and at the bottom of this disc and at the top of this disc we can found a cartilage which is attached to this vertebra, the top vertebra and the bottom vertebra. The cartilage is present on both the vertebra at top and at bottom. So these cartilages are known as cartilages end plate. So these two cartilages end plate, they are supporting this intervertebral disc. So this intervertebral disc is consisting of these three components: the nucleus pulposus, annulus fibrosus, and cartilage end plates. Now we will have some details on
Ma'am,
this.
one question.
Yes.
On that green thing, what you've shown, there are on the top side, there is one cartilage end plate. On the bottom side, also, there's another cartilage end plate. Is it on the green surface?
Yeah.
Okay. So the green part here is the intervertebral disc, right? And
Yeah.
in the middle is the nucleus pulposus. On the outside of the nucleus pulposus is the annulus fibrosus. And apart from this, there is one cartilage end plate on the top of this and one cartilage end plate at the bottom, right?
You can imagine just like boiled egg is covered by two plates at the top and at the bottom, and these two plates are cartilages end plate. And your concept is right.
Okay.
Is there any confusion? Anyone? Okay. So everything is clear. We will proceed. Nucleus pulposus, the center of inner core of intervertebral disc. The center part, nucleus pulposus, is present, composed of a jelly-like material that consists of mainly water as well as a loose network of collagen fibers. It is consisting of a jelly-like material. And what is this jelly-like material made up of? Mainly water and a loose network of collagen fibers. It is also consisting of collagen fibers only, but it is a loose network and mainly consisting of water. So it's a somewhat jelly-like structure. Now, annulus fibrosus consist of lamellae or concentric layers of collagen fibers. Now, what's this? It's also made up of collagen fiber only, but here the network is very denser. At the nucleus pulposus, the network of collagen fiber is very loose, but at annulus fibrosus, this network is denser only. So it is harder than nucleus pulposus. The annulus fibrosus contains an inner and outer portion. Yeah, it contains an inner and outer portion, and some differences are there. No need to know all these details. They differ primarily in collagen composition. Yeah, obviously, these all are made up of collagen fibers only, but the difference is in the composition. Just like in the nucleus pulposus, we have seen the composition is at low level, means collagen fibers are there, but at low amount, or it is the network is loose. But at nucleus fibrosus, the network is denser, so it is hard. Just like that only, annulus fibrosus also having inner and outer layer, and there also the composition is only differing. No other differences are found, only the composition is differing. Now, the third one is cartilage and plate. The cartilaginous end plate enclose the disc superiorly and inferiorly. Yeah, it's covering from upside down. The end plate permits diffusion and provides the main source of nutrition to the disc. Now, these end plates permit diffusion. Yeah, just like cell membrane we have studied earlier, that it permits diffusion. That is why it was semi-permeable. Just like that only, here in the end plates, diffusion is permitted so that our intervertebral disc can get nutrition and they can grow and they function well. So these end plates permit diffusion to provide the main source of nutrition to disc, right? So these are the uh, main or some basic information regarding our intervertebral space or intervertebral disc, and their functions are, these are the basic functions: act to provide flexibility at low loads, contribution to stability, separate the vertebrae from each other, act as shock absorber for the spine, restricted intervertebral disc joint motion, provides cushioning for the vertebrae and reduce stress, protect the nerves that run down the spine and between the vertebrae. Right? I think all these points are very easy to understand. No need to explain these. If any point is needing any explanation, please tell me. acts to provide flexibility. Very simple. Contribution to stability. Also simple. Separate the vertebrae from each other. Obviously, these are only separating points. Act as shock absorber. Yes, they are cushion-like structure. They absorb the shock. Restricted intervertebral disc joint motion. These are restricting joint motion sometimes because limitation of human body is always there. Provides cushioning for the vertebrae and reduce stress. Yeah, it provides cushioning. That is why it's there. Protect the nerves that run down the spine and between the vertebrae. Yeah, it protects the nerve which is running in between two vertebra. Sorry, in between two vertebrae. Those nerves are protected by this intervertebral disc because these are soft and they can protect from friction or they can protect from shock. Okay. Is there any question or doubt or confusion? We have completed our skeletal system. So now we will go for question answers of skeletal system. Now please tell me what are the cranial joints? What are the type of joint is cranial joint?
Fibrous.
Yeah. Now answer me on chat box. In chat box. Everybody, please answer me on in chat box.
Ma'am, I'm unable to type, ma'am. I'm outside.
Okay. No problem. You just see what others are typing, or if you know answer, then very good. If you don't know answer, then ask at last. I will obviously repeat it at the last. I will repeat the answer. Others, please type the answer in chat box.
Ma'am, this is type of joint you said, or this joint is made up of which tissue you said? Because fibrous is the kind of tissue, right?
Fibrous is a type of joint too. You are right, fibrous is a kind of tissue, but
Okay.
fibrous is a joint too.
Okay.
Because, yeah, um, yeah, please answer me. What are the type of joints mainly? What are the main types of joints? Answer me in chat box. I need all 6 answers. I think 6 people are there in meeting. Till now, 2 answers are there only. Okay. So, our joints are mainly 3 types: fibrous joint or immovable joint, cartilaginous joints or slightly movable joints, and freely movable joints or synovial joints. right? These are the main types of joints. And what are the types of synovial joints? Fast, fast. I have asked these questions yesterday too. You shouldn't take time in these questions. We have to answer a lot of questions. Be fast. Very good. But Swaminathan ji, very good. But ball and socket, please type full. Only ball can't make a joint. Ball needs a socket to complete a joint. Very good. Mhm. Sorry. Now, what are the three most, sorry, which is the most strongest bone in face? Which is the strongest facial bone? Answer me fast. Have some common sense. Okay. Yeah. Mandible or the lower jaw bone is the strongest bone of face. Now answer me fast. Which is the longest bone in human body? Within 10 seconds, you should answer all this. Yeah. Femur is the longest bone. And what is the shortest bone or the smallest bone? I have provided this in the flow chart. Please answer me fast. Which is the smallest bone in human body and where it is located? No, you are wrong, Aarti ma'am. It's not metaphalangeal. Even metaphalangeal is not a bone. I don't know from where you get this terminology. No problem. Answer me fast. Which bone is the smallest bone in human body?
Is it a bone in the ear, ma'am?
Yeah, you are right. And still now Rajdeep sir has answered me. It is stapes. And the spelling is wrong, Rajdeep. Please correct yourself. The stapes in the ear is the smallest bone in human body, and there are three bones. And you people will search these three bones and tell me in the next class. Okay. So, next question. What are the bones of pelvic girdle? Name the bones of pelvic girdle. Hmm. Rajdeep sir is doing good. He has also told Milius and Incus. Those are the remaining bones of ear. Now, he has also answered at first ilium, ischium, and pubis. Very good. These are the bones of pelvic girdle. Now, tell me the bone of upper jaw. The bone which forming our upper jaw. Hmm. Very good. Maxilla is the bone of upper jaw. Now tell me which kind of bone patella is. Fast. Itis prefix is added when there is inflammation. Sorry. If there any kind of inflammation in anywhere, then itis prefix is added. So seismoditis is not a bone. Seismoid is the bone, no problem. I think it is typing mistake, no problem. Okay, very good. Seismoid is the bone, but okay. Now please tell me the name of bone which do not articulate with any other bone in the body. Name that bone which do not articulate with any other bone in the body. No, Aarti ma'am. Yeah. Very good, Kalishwari ma'am. It is thyroid bone. And where it is located? Sorry. So it's located at the throat and it is forming the root of our tongue, right? Yeah, base of tongue. Very good, Aarti ma'am. And tell me the number of true ribs. Very good. Also, false ribs and floating ribs. Yeah, very good. 7 pairs are true ribs, 3 pairs are false ribs, 2 pairs are floating ribs. Very good. And now tell me, which is the uh, oh, give me one example of flat bone. Hmm, good. Very good. Now tell me, what are bursae? Yeah, Sangeeta ma'am, they are not only near the knee, they can be found anywhere in the synovial joint, near the synovial joint, near any synovial joint, not only in near the knee. Where are other answers? Okay. So bursae are the fluid-filled sac which are cushion-like structure can be found in synovial joints. So I am asking a question now which I have not told earlier. Please try to answer which bone is connected to every other cranial bones means bone in cranium is connected to every other cranium bone. Can you answer me the name of that bone? Are you talking about occipital? Then you are wrong. Occipital bone is not connecting with frontal bone. Okay, let me tell you. Ethmoid bone is making the flow of our brain box. Our brain is covered by totally, means our brain is totally covered by a box like structure, right? So our upper part or frontal part is covered by our frontal bone. Our upper part is parietal, side part by temporal, and back part by occipital. And the floor inside our inside our head, the box is completed by the floor, means the bottom part of brain. That floor is made by ethmoid bone. So this ethmoid bone is very irregularly shaped, and this ethmoid bone connects with every cranium bone. It connects with frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital, each. Okay, so this is a very important question. Which bone is connected to every other cranium bone? Okay, now next question is just now we have studied how many intervertebral discs are present in vertebral column. Okay, it's 23. Very good. Now, just tell me how many bones are there in our shoulder girdle or our shoulder complex is composed by how many bones? Please name them. Mhm. Okay. So only Rajdeep sir and Kalishwari ma'am is active right now. All are bored or having any other issue or being tired. Yeah, very good. Scapula and collarbone are forming the shoulder girdle. Humerus is not forming the shoulder girdle. That's deep, sir. Humerus is the part of our upper limb. Yeah. Clavicle is the anatomical name of collarbone. Very good, Manjusha ma'am. Now, which bones are articulating to form knee joint? Please tell me. Just discussed yesterday. Which bones are articulating knee joint? Manjusa ma'am, please pay a little attention what you have written here. Are the names of your bone correct?
Ma'am, I've written femur, patella, tibula, and tibia.
Tibula and fibula are not the correct names. It's tibia and fibula.
Oh,
And
sorry, ma'am. Sorry. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's very silly mistake, no problem. Pay a little attention, no problem. But the thing is, knee joint is not formed by fibula. Yeah, very good, Rajdeep sir, Sangeeta ma'am, and Kalishwari ma'am has not answered properly till now. Okay, so our knee joint is articulated by patella, femur, and tibia, right? Fibula is at the back side. It is not articulating here. It is articulated with tibia only. Okay. Now, tell me, what are the movements our knee can do or our knee can perform? What are the type of movements our knee can perform? Sidewise rotation is okay, but answer me in anatomical terminology. Very good, Swaminathanji. It's lateral and medial. Yeah, very good, Sangeeta ma'am. It's lateral and medial rotation with flexion and extension. Now, tell me, what are carpometacarpal joints of thumb? Means which type of joint is carpometacarpal joint of thumb? Are you guys going to the slide and searching it? I knew it. Okay, no problem. Go to the slide and study well. We will have our test further in any time later. So, no problem. Go to the slides, read, read the slides thoroughly and
It's
understand.
saddle, I think, ma'am. Is it saddle?
Yeah, saddle, you are correct. Saddle joint it is. So, go through the slides and read properly, understand the concepts. If any problem, any doubt, any confusion is there, please don't hesitate to ask. So I think we should conclude the class now because you are having your class from 6 o'clock, right? Is there any class from 6 o'clock?
Yes, ma'am. Yoga teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, are we going to study effect of yoga on skeletal system or anything related to that?
I'm not getting your voice.
Are we going to study effect of yoga on skeletal system?
We can study, but at the point of UGC NET, it will be difficult to complete our syllabus in this short period, and it is not included in our syllabus too. In our syllabus, unit is there, yoga therapy or something like that is there.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
So that in that unit, you will read something, some touch of this type of therapy.
Okay.
Okay, so sit comfortably, close your eyes, erect your spine, adapt Namaskar Mudra.